Hi, I'm Joe.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and we're the feminist couple. And today's topic is about taking things slow in order to get to know someone new. Um, because you want to take your time, and we're going to talk about why that is. And first, we usually have what the experts are saying at the end of the video, but this time it made sense, and you'll see why. It made more sense to put it up front. So, what the experts are saying, so the Gottman Institute are researchers who research relationships and marriage, and they have a blog post called What Women Want, which I usually don't like titles like that because we're all individuals, right? But they were actually right. What women want is to find a trustworthy partner. Who wouldn't want that, right? Um, that's especially important to women.
And men.
And, well, yes, it's important to men too. Um, but they seem to not place as much importance on that in that first
Probably right.
initial meeting. Yes. And so we're mainly talking about women who are looking for something that could potentially become serious, and men who are looking for something that could potentially become serious. Um, people who have casual sex, that's their thing. We're not shaming anybody, but that's not what this is about. But men say that, hey, we're not just looking for sex, we're also looking for, actual relationship. So, but some of the things that men do to look for that maybe are not compatible with something long term. So that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, because women are looking for trustworthy partners, approaching strangers for dates, um, if your goal is a relationship, is usually a bad idea. And we're going to explain why. So, the first scenario we're going to talk about is a situation where someone's trying to pick up a woman, a man's trying to pick up a woman in a bar. So, Joe, you go ahead and give your thoughts first.
Well, I have one theory that for most guys that are hitting on women in bars are usually just trying to have a one night stand or something along those lines. But my main theory is that the guy that goes and hits on you at the bar is probably not the guy you want to go home with. It's usually the quiet guys are usually the nicer ones and the more trustworthy ones, but they're not necessarily going to hit on you like the guys you're used to getting hit on by. And I always think of this as like I hear girls say all the time that um, they're always picking the wrong guy. And you ask them, well, where are you finding them at the bar or where are you finding them at? And they're like, oh, they come to me. And
So, that's not to say that just because someone's quiet and doesn't approach, that he's necessarily safe.
true.
That, but just that it's very common for men who very easily approach women they don't know to not necessarily be safe. Or even if they are safe, they might not be looking for what you're looking for. So men sometimes think it should be easy to just pick up a stranger, but most women are not at the bar necessarily just to find somebody to be picked up. Someone they don't know coming up to them, wanting something, wanting their attention, wanting their time. Um, it's not necessarily what they want, and they might feel like the guy's almost trying to sell himself, trying to sell something, right? Someone's trying to sell you something and you don't want to buy. You just feel pressured, you feel distrustful, and they're looking for somebody trustworthy. So, that's not necessarily the way that you'd want somebody to respond if you're looking for to get to know someone. If you want to actually get to know someone, you do it a little slower through some shared activities, like we mentioned in one of our earlier videos.
Doing karaoke.
Yeah, that's one way.
Mm-hmm.
That's one way. Very often, when men are looking to pick up women or just look for dates or even just look for dates online, they're not really themselves. They put on this persona that is kind of like, pick me, pick me. They're trying to sell themselves. And that comes off as not being very genuine. And if you're not being genuine, you're not trustworthy. Women are looking for somebody trustworthy. And so that is not going to work.
Going along with what she said, as far as persons trying to sell themselves, so they're not showing who they are, they're being not themselves. If you find an activity, like we said, karaoke, and that can be where you're not having any expectations. You're just trying to get to know them as friends, so you take things slowly. But being able to do something that y'all both like, then you can put yourself into doing that, and you're going to have your guard down where you're not going to be trying to sell yourself, like she was saying, as much. Hopefully you'll get loose enough to where the person will actually get to see who you are and see your genuine side.
Right, and you'd be able to see her genuine side. Right. When we get to know someone, everybody wants to feel like they're seen, right? And so you want to show, and you don't just want to try to sell yourself. Another reason why you don't want to be in this like pick me mode is you want to show the other person that you're interested in trying to find out who they are, right? So you want to ask them questions about themselves. Not so many questions that they feel like they're being interrogated, right? Just some normal, friendly questions. Is there anything else that we forgot?
Well, you want to take things slow and get to know the person really well.
Yeah.
Find hobbies to do together that can help let you be yourself and shine, and allow yourself to shine. Making sure, like she said, asking questions, and just being a good listener too.
Yes, being a good listener is very important. It's important in relationships too. Yeah. Well, I guess that's all that we have for you for now. If you have any fun stories about getting to know someone, or you have questions, you can put them in the comments. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
I need love to ease my mind. I need to find